We're starting work on the 1965 Minneapolis Moline 108 low band. The wheels are off because I want to show everyone something. I got a new grill coming. I bought that from Mr. Josh Devon. It's a Ford grill, but the Ford grill is the exact same except for a few minor changes I got to make the low band work. You can see this is all welded and this has been cut. So I got a new grill coming. I'm going to have my headlight panels on here. What we're going to be doing for the next little bit is we're going to make this a running and driving tractor, and then we're going to blow it all apart and restore it. Everyone that buys 1961 to 1965 Jacobson built tractors will understand, or they need to know, a fact about these. The weak link is the transmission. What happens is there's a bronze bushing right here and another one right here. They did not put an oil groove in it, and that's why you have a grease stirk. Well, what happens is oil and lubrication doesn't get to the bushings, and you wear the bushings and you wear the axles. And if you look, you can see that the tractor stops moving. I have up and down play. It doesn't seem like much, but what happens is your axles go into this planetary, and then once you get enough wear in it, you start eating your gears up, and you eat up your transmission. So the only way to fix this is to pop these off, pull off this housing, press out these bronze bushings, get longer bushings because your axle is going to be worn now, and get oil grooves put in it, and then you reinstall and put new seals and gaskets and everything in. The gaskets are NLA, and you cannot get them. I had a friend, you can see the I have a friend who specializes in finding parts, and I found these new old stock gaskets, but the problem is they're so old and so brittle that they broke on me. So I sent them out and I got 3D scanned, and pretty soon I'm going to be offering new gaskets for Moline's T800s, T1000s, Jacobsons for 1961 to 1965. So we're going to start tearing this somewhat apart, take the grill off, hood off, put the new engine in, put the better transmission in, and start wiring it and start getting it going. So this is where we're at. The engine is in. I was hoping to drive it before I tear it down, but it doesn't look like it. The transmission needs some work. That's what happens when you buy barn finds, is they get used and abused and modified. But I got the axle plate that I was talking about. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's moving. And also the keyway is completely puckered up. So this transmission needs rebuilt. The good news is I found a new old stock transmission for my demonstrator T1000 build. So I have axles. They're dirty because I've been leaving them in oil so they don't rust. But I have brand new axles, all oily and dirty, but they're brand new hardened steel axles with new So what they did was they welded the old gear onto the new shaft and machined it. So what's going to happen is we're going to rebuild this transmission, and yeah, that's that. So poly teardown is going to start. Then I got to find a sandblasting guy, because yeah, I'm getting too old to be standing and with my Achilles. And I just noticed something that's really interesting. Look at this awesome repair. Wow. Just noticed that. Okay. And then I noticed that I have plane here that I want to take care of. So I might drill it out, put bushings in it. The hood, I'm going to do a little bit of work on the hood. Grill, we're getting a new grill. And another problem that, before I commit to rebuilding this, I want to tip it on its side, because there is water in the trans. Trans does spin, and it does go into gear, so there's hope. I'm trying to get a puller on that. That's fighting me. So this is probably part one, and until I start figuring things out, part two is coming up.